8:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, January 12th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Florida for the next 2 days. This morning, a lot to talk about. We've got the CPI data being released today, and again, what's estimated or expected is going to be around the 7.1% or 6.7%, which would be an increase year over year. But what they're going to say, let's say we get the 7% or 7.1, 7.2. They're going to try to use, and you're going to see this across local media, national media, a lot of the big social media influencers. So do not get trapped. They're going to say inflation is going down month over month. We're not at our all-time highs like in June. But what they're not telling you is an inflation rate of 7.1% or 6.7%, even if it comes in like that, with all of the rate hikes, about 4.25% over the last calendar year, it's made zero dent. The inflation level continues to rise as an unprecedented level. The debt ceiling continues to rise. The bank on-hand cash continues to diminish. And everybody's savings is being depleted. The prices at the grocery store is rising at a level that has never been seen before. You got costs at the pump to heat your house, to turn the electricity on, to even get the basic necessities like diapers, milk, eggs, bread, potatoes. But they want you to believe that inflation's getting better simply because it doesn't hit a 9.1 on the year over year like it did back in June of 2022. But no, they're going to tell you our economy's getting better. They're going to pull the blinders over your eyes, and they're going to lead you into a state of absolute vulnerability, into a state of submission, and into a state to where you cannot get out of the hole. They have said from the start, don't buy gold and silver, buy Bitcoin or crypto because it's a store of value, in particular Bitcoin. Bullshit. You buy crypto as a store of value, you might as well just dig a grave 10 feet down because that's your financial future. If you're putting your money into crypto as a store of value, you might as well bash your head in with a shovel. But they would like you to believe if you use crypto as a store of value, you're going to the promised land. The only promised land you're going to is downtown. You know what's downtown? Brokesville. You know what's in Brokesville? Shitsville. You know what's in Shitsville? We can't do Dickville. You don't want to be in We Can't Do Dickville. Once you get to We Can't Do Dickville, it's Overville. Then you're going to need some Advil because you're going to have a fucking migraine. So don't get stuck in the grains of the sand of these losers. Build your own glass. Build a beautiful house, but build it out of a structure that can fit. This CPI report today is going to be nothing but embarrassing, and the coverage is going to be even worse. So I took 4 minutes today to tell you my frustration, my displeasure, and my uncertainty in the people that are giving us the information that we so valuably need. Unfortunately, we have a bunch of two-faces. We have a bunch of people that are all about ratings and are all about being first to say something instead of being the one that knows something. I'm not going to be the first to say something unless I understand something. So with that being said, get ready for a shit show today. Get ready for a terrible release of the CPI and them to put a tremendous spin on it because they're going to say, oh, it's only 7.1 year over year. When in June of 2022 it was over 9, baby. That means that's a 2% decrease, which that's horseshit. It's compound. It doesn't, you can't just say it's, oh man. Anyhow, hopefully that finds you well. Hopefully if you appreciate what I do, you join this ever-growing movement because without you, I'm not shit. And without me, you're not going to succeed. Because there's very few people in this world that tell you the truth and that tell you the way it is. Today I came out hot. I came out fiery. It's 8:41 a.m. I went to bed at 3 o'clock. Woke up. Now we get to deal with the bullshit. But I'm going to come at you each and every morning, each and every afternoon, and each and every night so that you can stay one step ahead. I'm releasing this before the CPI comes out so that you can understand the horse shit we're going to deal with today and the bullshit we're going to have to deal with the rest of the week on the media level. So don't get caught with your pants down this week, because it's going to be a fine week to insert some pain. Right now, XRP, with that being said, in the daily, we still have a hold on the 20-day. We would still need to break down the 3.5. I like the 3.55. So break down the 3.55 and we can talk. But before we can even do any of that, we've got a much wider pattern. We've got a lot more things we need to do to break down. But what you can see before the CPI release is don't get too comfy. Don't get too comfy. Why is that, Tom? Last night, XRP hits 3819. Now, all of a sudden, when I wake back up, because I was up late last night, I was watching the market transpire, and I was going to do an update, but then I said, you know what, Tom? No. You let this market play out. You let everybody see the information you put out on the last video because it was spectacular, and you let everybody watch the message. So I implore you, go back to the last video and watch the message. It was probably one of the top 3 videos I've ever put out. And I don't say that lightly, because I don't bullshit. But you know what? Honestly, I don't give a shit anymore. The only thing I care about is leading everybody in the proper direction. And if people get butthurt over that, or if people can't accept that, too fucking bad. And if you don't like the way I swear, this is probably not the station for you. And I highly advise you, don't watch it in front of your kids. If that's the one reason you won't watch me, because my language is strong sometimes, I'm an emotional person. My emotions are what get us ahead. My emotions are what keep me on top. My emotions are what separates me from the general public. I'm in tune with my emotion. Some would call me a bitch, a woman, a pussy. I call myself intellectual. Call me a pussy all you want, because I get it all the time. But what I have is the intellect and the foresight to lead us into the future. And the road to 2025 is going to be spectacular, except only about 5% of you will make it with me. Now, that means 95% of you that are watching me are going to do it wrong, despite watching me. Why? Simple. Social media. Social media. The ones who have a bigger following than me, the ones that haven't quite done what I've done, but because they speak the same bullshit as you want, you will listen to them over me. Continue to listen to what I say. Continue to listen to my word, and you're going to continue to stay ahead of this market. Continue to listen to so many others, but there are a few amongst a slew of horse shit. My A1 this morning before the market release would be go to Gregory Marino. Look at my last video. I talked about him in my video description below in yesterday's video. I'm going to make you work for it if you want the information. Go to my last video. It's very simple. Click on the video description and you'll see a link to Gregory Marino. Go watch him. He's going to have an update coming out. I'm assuming either it's already come out or he's going to have one about 9:15 right before pre-market opens. He's going to talk about this whole economic debacle. He's talking about the bank runs. He's talking about the bank bail-ins as well. I cover crypto, but I also cover all markets. This guy covers the world economy as he sees fit. He also tells you what's going on in the Dow and what he thinks is going to happen in commodities and if crypto and all this other shit is under pressure. He's got the MMRI indicator. So, this is what I'm seeing. This is the formation we've created. We're on this uptrending. We have uptrending support that we're trying to establish. We've hit it twice, but we're trying to establish I like to call these ascending triangles. You have downtrending resistance. You have uptrending support. We got rejected at 381. Then we got rejected at 373. And we got rejected at 37 cents, which means right now we can't. All right. So let me go to the other chart so you guys can see what I always talk about. It's fine to have a burst over. It's fantastic to have breakouts. Oh, it feels great to get back over that symmetrical support. The problem is, folks, you got to hold it. They can't be wicks. A wick is nothing more than a short-term move that fades out because there's no pressure. What I was talking about yesterday is the volume profile is trash, which means we're going to have to continue to get support And to continue to break out of this area, it's not going to be easy. So we broke back down below the 371. I understand there's levels all across the board. For me, I created a symmetrical triangle. And honestly, everybody else's charts, I appreciate the shit on them in Telegram because I can see what everybody's saying. I can see what's going on with them. And we can build a mutual chart with all the information for all the great minds that I've come across. But in order to do that, you've got to join Tom's Army. You've got to get in the Telegram, and you've got to help me push this forward into 2025. I've been doing this since early 2021, trying to preach the message. Now we're into 2023. I told everybody in 2021 after we sold XRP at $1.66, it's going to be a long fucking miserable road. That's going to have a lot of twists and turns, and a lot of people are going to go bankrupt. But if you stay true during this time, in 2025, you're never going to have to worry about anything again, because during the time leading to there, you've built up your precious metals instead of becoming your own central bank. You've built up your reserves in cash on hand, your cash in the bank that's not supposed to be great, but enough to pay the bills. And then you've also got your weight in crypto. But the weight in crypto can't work if you make it your store of value. Crypto is your casino, ladies and gentlemen. Gold and silver, especially silver right now, and I'm going to explain it again with passion because I don't care if it's 8:48 in the morning. I don't care if I'm on vacation because it's a shit show here and it's going to be a shit show here if you don't follow my directions. Silver, gold, store of value, not meant to make you rich, but can make you rich in the grand scheme. It's there to take your $1 bill, put it into gold or silver, and that $1 bill at the end of the year to start next year will still be worth no less than $1. Even if it goes down to 75 cents during the year, by January or by December 31st or January 1, 2024, you'll be back to $1 in value. If you put it in crypto, the problem is at the beginning of 1 year, it can be worth $1. By the beginning of 2024, it could be worth 12 cents. Or it could be worth $2. The point is you have to buy it at the right time. Had you have used crypto as a store of value in 2021 into 2022, and now ultimately still hold it in 2023, your $1 is worth about 17 cents. So let's not be stupid. Or what is it, 20 cents? I'll give you credit. It's worth 22 cents. Or you can buy it at the proper time, and on a 1 year basis, it can rise exponentially. But you've got to have it weighted. You can't have crypto as your store of value. Crypto is nothing more than having a running casino, like I've said from the beginning. And yes, it can pay unforetold fortunes. But until we get to the proper point in the expansion of crypto, because now it's going to be a bitch because everybody's calling for regulation. And the one reason I loved crypto is because the regulators were bent over and were being brutally thrusted by 10-foot you-know-whats all day long. So what do? They bring in regulation. They bring in optics. Why? Why? Easier to control. Once they control it, the bottom line is theirs. Now crypto doesn't even become a way to get past the establishment. You see what happened? Then they create the Fed coin, the JPM coin, the Yuan coin. That's going to be their Fed coin. Canada's creating their own shit that I'm actually actively studying up on. And it's going to be a lit and a fire-filled 2023 because I don't give a shit about pleasing anybody who's watching me. So if you're watching, I'm not looking to please you. I'm looking to keep you ahead in a very volatile market. And if you can't hack that, you're fucked. It's fine. You're fucked. You'll fade away anyhow. But if you want to take control of your financial future, pay attention to the message within. Right now, XRP broke back down below 37.1, but we've had a very big divergence here. I don't even want to call it a divergence, but in the exponential moving averages, we've had a bullish divergence in price action. We broke back down below 371. Now we're dealing with the 362 support we talked about. And underneath that would be 355. Now you can bounce around between the 362 and the 37. Well, I guess we have to say 375 now because it's way over here. Yep. Look at, we keep moving across. So now we could say 371, but if we continue to move across, this is eventually going to be higher up. But I'm still going to use the where's this at? 373 basically now on this uptrending resistance. So I do like Chris's 375 as well. So Chris, if you're watching, if you're in the Telegram, anybody, Chris has been putting it out. 375 as well is a very powerful area. So we'll watch that as well. So the 371 and 375 right now. I know 38 cents as we always talk about, but to me 38 cents don't mean dick unless you can actually hold that 371 or 375, wherever you want to put it. But the point is no matter what you use, we're back below it big time. And we had a big drop down to 36 cents. But guys, that's a liquidity dump. If you're going to continue to push, that's a liquidity dump. It's a liquidity dump. Something big is going to happen with the CPI report like I talked about yesterday. So we need to pay attention. Now what you don't want to see is XRP break back below that 35 cents or the 348 level. 355 is fine, but once you break the 348, then that's when you get back within the, let me show you the pattern formation. If you get back below, here. So if you get back below this level of 348, then you start breaking down back in this ascending triangle, and then the pattern can continue to move down, and that goes all the way back down to a floor of about 318. So that's what you're looking to avoid if you want XRP to continue moving up. You don't want to break back below the 368 because then you can move technically all the way down, as I've shown. It's a pretty wide level. Also, you can see we pushed back down, but we managed to hold the break point here at 362. So really 371, 362, obviously you can put the 375 or the 382 because the 382 is the resistance above. So pay attention to the 382 because to me, I always had the 371 to the 382 because to me, the middle zones don't matter. I like to take it from one section to the next. Although I do love the 375 level. I probably should have had that in there because the 371 and then the big kick around the 375 level and then the 382, that would have been the in-between that I haven't been showing. So if you were in the Telegram, Chris has been showing that spectacularly. So give him a little bit of credit in the Telegram if you're in there. Other than that, I'm XRP Future Millionaire. I'd appreciate if you subscribe to the channel as we're almost to 15,400. Also, if you're considering joining Tom's Army, look in the video description below because I implore you to join the Army, help push this movement because without you, I can't do this alone. And without me, it's going to be very hard for you to get the information you want on a daily basis. If anything, I can guarantee you two things. One, my consistency. And two, I'm going to give you the biggest effort out of anybody you've ever seen because not only do I care, this is going to define me going into 2024, 2025, and ultimately, when I'm an old man, this is the time that's going to allow me to rest. My grandpa used to say when he was alive, he was from Canada, he's first generation off the boat. Well, he was actually, my dad's the first generation, you get what I'm saying. But my grandpa used to say, you work hard when you're younger, you pick up as many shifts as possible so that when you get to your old age, you can enjoy it and not have to work. That's why I put in every waking hour that I have into this product. That's why I care and I'm so passionate about what I do. Because I know in the end, I'm 39 years old right now. I've only got so many good years left before I would like to sit back, relax, and enjoy the fruits of my labor. But greater than that, what a joy it would be if my fruits and my labor ended up changing a whole generation of people, your whole generation of people, to where you can control your financial flexibility, your financial freedom, and by the education you've learned here for free, which is why I always ask people to pay it forward because I don't do any paid advertising. I don't do any paid special interest. Nobody tells me what to say. Nobody tells me what product to promote or what exchange to tell you to use or what bullshit coin to buy. Instead, this place is a place that is so unique to this space because I don't care about the views. I don't care about the bottom line because I already know I'm secure within myself. I've already been building my own central bank for the last 6 years, which means my gold and silver reserves mirror what I need to where I can take cash on hand, take my gold and silver if I had to, or take my crypto funds, and I can do whatever I want. I don't need to go to a bank. Learn how to make your own central bank. Learn the tools I'm teaching you. And in the end, nobody can stop us. Hashtag the FUD stops here. But most importantly, this is the message of 2023. Hashtag be better, do better, period.